All right, welcome to the first Jumping the Rail podcast of 2024. This is Mark Ribbon coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minders. And Minders, can we hope that we can just kick 2024 square in the nuts
Please?
and
Can I have a mulligan, please?
I think you deserve a mulligan.
I think
You,
we
sh-
need a mulligan.
you need to just strut into the new year, Minders.
I am going to strut into the new year. Unfortunately, I strutted right into the emergency room with my mother. So,
Yeah, yeah, that was not a good way to start the year, Minders.
not at all. But it is what it is. She's okay. So,
Well, that's the important thing.
getting the phone call though at 10:30 in the morning saying, "Where are you at?"
Mm.
I fell and hit my head. Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
it's not a good. That's not a good message to receive.
But she's a tough old bird.
Yeah, evidently. Just did the dog trip her? I'm just curious.
No, it was not the dog. It was not Sugar.
Did the dog try to eat her until she could get up?
No. She
Okay.
was outside when it happened.
Oh, that's
She was
okay.
putting up Christmas decorations back in the shed, and she tripped over the step to the shed
Uh,
and went headfirst into the door frame. That is metal.
ooh, yeah, that's
7 staples and 2 pretty black eyes later.
well, I'm not going to be the insensitive jerk that asks you for pictures to put on the podcast, but I am glad that she's doing all right, Menders.
Well, I sent you pictures, so
You did, but I wasn't going to put them on the podcast, though.
I'd appreciate it because it's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's not pretty, that's for sure.
It's not pretty.
Whew. So we
In
got
fact,
quite the.
you know what? Here, this is how good it was. I
Mhm.
was debating on whether or not to send you guys those pictures, and then I remembered we watched AEW, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's not going to bother anybody."
What the?
As you
Yeah,
wear your JTF and R shirt, and I wear my Tony's Florida style booking. So,
yes. Yeah, I'm actually multitasking. I got World's End playing in the little window here on the corner of my screen. I got Raw going uh on my phone just in case I miss something when we discuss. But
okay. Well, good. You'll have to fill me in because I'm still having problems with Bleacher Report. That's so awesome.
yeah, I might have to skip to the high spots on the World's End. I just saw the end of the 8-man tag match with the
Okay.
Mark
Where
Briscoe's
where are we
dancing with Danny
starting at
Garcia.
tonight? Well, you know what? Can we start on a high point?
Let's start on a high point, Minutes. What's on your mind?
So, I watched NXT last week,
Hmm.
and it's been a minute since I've watched NXT. But Eddie Thorpe and Dijak, did you happen
Yes.
to catch any of this match?
I missed the match, but I've seen Eddie Thorpe quite a bit. And
I'm
everybody knows
impressed.
I'm a fan of Dijak. So,
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Dijak, and I was impressed. I was real impressed.
hmm
I'm interested. I don't think it'll be long before Eddie's on the main roster, honestly.
wow. I think he's
See,
still a little on the green side from what I've seen of him.
he
So,
is, but with him working, I think the more veterans he works with, especially like Dijak,
hmm
get him in there with Ilya. I it, I
Corbin
think
would
he
be
could.
huge for him.
Corbin would be great for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes, please. Although 2023 did kind of end on a sad note. They broke up one of my favorite tag teams, Jetson and yeah,
Oh, Briggs and Jensen.
Briggs and Jensen.
Yeah.
I
I
was
like
kind
that.
of bummed about that.
I like that Briggs. He's a
I
big
do like
hoss.
Briggs. I like Briggs a lot, but they're all going their separate ways now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to be giving Briggs a push, just
I
from what
hope
I've seen
so.
of him.
I
But
really hope so.
Minders, you're going to be glad to know I found a couple more Tony pictures I can put into
Oh,
the rotation.
oh joy. So excited. Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness. I forgot the good one. Hang on, let me make sure
Oh,
I got
oh,
it.
there's a good one.
Uh, oh yeah. Oh, you've seen it.
Oh, oh joy. Have I been trying to forget it since I seen it?
Probably. Don't you do that with all of the Tony pictures?
Pretty much.
All right, get it into the
I'm
rotation
just
here.
really
There we go.
glad that he wasn't the oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that one.
His Leona Helmsley picture.
Yeah. terrible.
It's sad that on a week when we lost Killer Khan, we've got to talk about Tony now.
Yeah, well, yep.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a lot to talk about going on in AEW, especially behind this. Oh dear Lord.
That's gonna be your wallpaper at home, Minders. I'm gonna make sure.
No, 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 no. But there's a lot to talk about, especially behind the scenes at AEW.
Yeah, I'm just now getting to the match between Miro and Andrade El Idolo on the pay-per-view, which apparently was Andrade's last match in AEW.
And apparently the crowd was dead. They did
Yeah, I
not
got it on mute
care.
so I can't hear the crowd, but
They did not care. And that says something.
that's a shame because these are two of my favorite guys on the roster.
Yeah. And it was dead. Nobody. Well, I heard it today because I tried to watch some highlights on YouTube or whatever, just catch the highlights of it. But
Mhm.
they said it was a lot like when Goldberg and
Brock,
Brock had their last match. That
because they
just
knew that one of them was leaving.
Yeah, they knew they were leaving, so nobody
And
really
that's not
cared
fair
who
to those
won or who
guys.
lost. Yeah.
Because I mean, this match, just from the, I'm just assuming because I'm just ready to start watching it now. I'm going to assume it was every bit as good as it could be, which is like worlds better than Brock and Goldberg was at WrestleMania 20.
Right, but nobody really seemed to care.
Yeah, from what I heard, it was just a weird crowd altogether.
It was
Uh,
a weird pay-per-view altogether, honestly.
well, our favorite Canadian had to go and cast a pall over the proceedings again. Although I know we saw, I think AJ sent us a statement that was made about that. So I don't know. I got to read more into that before we
I didn't
cast.
finish I didn't finish reading that one,
Yeah, it
so
was it was a little wordy, but
it was a little wordy.
yeah. But yeah, from the sounds of it, they did not take to Jericho very well on the pay-per-view.
No, not at all. I heard there was NDA chants. I heard there
I
was
saw a sign said World's NDA.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh my goodness. Now
But
I'm just curious. Did they sing? Did they sing when he came out?
I have no idea.
Oh, for Pete's sake!
Yeah, your camera's being cool
There we
again.
go. I got to get a new USB port thing for my computer because I think that's the problem.
Okay. But yeah, there
As
was
long as you can
that.
still hear my dulcet tones, we're good. Hey, before we get into World's End Menders, there's something we got to bring up, and I know we're going to talk about this on the shootout tomorrow also, but this spans all the indies.
Is this what I
On
think it is?
on January 20th, there's a four-way match for the 01 USA's Junior Heavyweight Championship. Here's the picture. This is
No,
what we
that
were
was the
given.
first
No, this
picture.
is what we were given. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So you got the Cobra, one of our guys, is going to be defending against Victor Analog, Gary J, and Warhorse, who I know a lot of fans know from.
All of those guys have
Oh,
been on our other podcast.
yes, but Warhorse has been in a bit of a what we call identity crisis. Uh,
Oh
he's been
no, he's
grumpy.
discovered exactly who he
Yeah,
is.
but anyway, 01 dropped this new thumbnail for this match for the 20th, and
Yeah.
we're getting a different Warhorse here, not the fun-loving Slim Jim chewing up
Oh no. He's
ass
not the
ruler.
fun he is not the fun-loving guy anymore.
I don't think he cares about ruling ass anymore. I think he's about kicking ass.
Yes. And I can say that because I got on IWTV this week and
Uh huh.
watched his match with Marcus Mathers.
Uh huh.
And it's a totally different fighting style. He doesn't go to the top rope as much. He's more of a I'm going to
Just
punch, he's more of a striker. So him and DeCobra and Victor
and Gary J.
and Gary J,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, they all have the same fighting style right now,
Mhm.
and I'm here for it
I can't
because
wait.
he destroyed. Okay, I'll put it this way: it was a tap out, is how he won.
From from pummeling.
Yes,
Whew. Oh my.
yeah,
So we have that to look forward to.
yeah,
Uh,
and
I saw
that 01
somebody.
show is going to be ridiculous.
Yes. I saw somebody. Warhorse put something out with the new look and everything, and somebody commented Dark Horse in the comments.
don't know if
But
I'd go with dark horse,
no, well,
but
he's wearing black now, so
he
that's
is.
there.
And he has new gear, and oh my, I
Yeah.
love the new gear.
Is he still Warhorse?
They announced him as Jake Parnell,
Oh,
Warhorse.
so he's bringing back the real name.
He
Interesting.
is, and I'm here for it because yeah,
I mean,
is
he's had such a cavalcade of gimmicks over the years that it's kind of cool to see. It's gonna be cool to see him. Like, I don't know if this is him being himself or this is what he was driven to, but I'm looking forward to it on the 20th. You don't often get a
and
junior heavyweight house fight, Minders.
we're gonna get a junior heavyweight house fight.
We sure are.
We're gonna get one.
Yes, yes, yes.
So can we talk since we're talking indies real quick? Can I talk about the
Hmm.
show I went and saw Sunday
Yeah,
or Saturday?
let's talk about the show you went to.
I went to Signal 10 over in
Okay.
Brazil, Indiana. And I went over knowing that I was going to know a few of the people that were wrestling. So that helped out. Um, but our old buddy Sage Phillips was there
Oh boy.
and he fought Aaron Atlas. And Aaron Atlas was our fun jerk that we all love and adore. And he yelled at me a lot. And I didn't have Bari there to tell him to shut up. So they could get in a little third grade argument about you shut up,
Mm.
no, you shut up.
You are the one who should be shutting up.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but Aaron Atlas won that one, and Jake Ullman was there,
Nice.
and Brandon Day. Have you said you never heard of Brandon
I
Day,
have not heard of
right?
Brandon Day.
So his whole thing, his shtick, is he is the Unchained one, the Unchained Brandon Day. So I kept hearing a chain the entire show. So yeah, exactly.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, or do
I
you know what I'm
am.
thinking?
I do. Because the whole time, every time he would walk around, I could hear the chain. I'm like, where the hell's Conley? Where's Conley? I kept looking for him. But Jake Ullman won that one.
Cool.
Uh,
Looking
our
forward to him at the
buddy,
expo.
yes, he will be there.
Yep,
I
we'll have to
heard.
do an update of the guest list when we get a minute here, Minders, for the
Yep,
Sports Circle Expo.
we can do that. And then Jay Silva fought Dutch Platinum. Dutch
Dutch
Platinum
Platinum.
is
That's a
like,
good name. Dutch Platinum is a
oh, oh no,
good
he
name.
got booed out of the building.
No, I'm not saying he's a good wrestler. I mean, the name is great.
Yeah, well, he's Dutch Platinum, and that he faced your new favorite, Jay Silva.
Jay Silva,
And
yes.
Jay took a beating in this one, but he came out as the winner.
Yeah.
We had Ashton Adonis.
Okay.
I don't think you haven't seen him. I have seen him.
I've
He
heard of
actually
him, haven't seen
usually,
him.
well, he tag teams with Dutch, or he had tag teamed, not with Dutch, maybe, no, it wasn't Dutch Platinum, but I saw him in a tag team at the other show I went to a couple weeks ago. But he fought our loud and proud Logan Myers.
Logan Myers, he's a local boy.
Uh-huh. Well, local-ish.
Well,
We're familiar with
Indianapolis.
him.
Yeah.
Yep. Um, Logan won that one. Big Al was there
Alice Crowley.
against Leela Feist.
Okay.
Big Al, of course, won. Leela, she was good. She's still green, and she's still a usual baby face, and we got badass Alice Crowley. So
Nice.
I was excited. And then they had card subject to change. You
Mhm.
always got to have a card subject to
Have
change.
to. We do it here.
Hey, and actually, I'm going to plug our guy that's on the podcast tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
which is Clayton Clark, the sheriff of Shotgun City. Yeah, that guy.
The
Except,
law.
but guess who he fought? Dalton Davis.
Hey, Dalton Davis. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
The Bud Light
So,
brawler himself.
yep. And yeah, so we get to have fun with Clayton tomorrow. He's looking forward to the podcast tomorrow.
That's what you were telling me. So it should be
But
fun.
Dalton won. And then our main event. So what they ended up doing was all these matches they were having, whoever won them is now going after their title belt at the next show. So
Okay.
they'll split it back up into. There was 6, so they'll have 3 matches. Then next time, but the main event was Damn Right Sam Knight
Yes.
versus Austin Ryan.
Ooh, house fight.
It was a house fight. Had a good time with that one. Got yelled at a lot in that one too. And
Not
Mr.
by
Ace
Sam,
Perry.
though.
Oh no, not by Sam. But Mr. Ace Perry actually made an appearance. I forgot to say this earlier in Aaron Atlas's match against
Oh,
Sage Phillips. So sounds like Mount Olympus is keeping it together. So yeah,
is
but
Ace in Mount Olympus?
he was not. I don't think he was yet. Bari, correct me if I'm wrong. No, he was not. But I think they've reached out and added a few people to their mix. But Austin did lose, and Sam Knight won. However, the general manager there actually came out during the no DQ match and kicked Sam in the nether regions, trying to put over,
That's
and then yelled at Austin about, what are you doing? You were supposed to win. So I'm interested to see. Their next show is going to be March 1st. And it's
interesting.
really not that much further than where we usually go for the Terre Haute shows. So it's like maybe another 20 minutes. So it's not a whole
That's
lot
not too
worse.
much.
I was still home by like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Well,
So
considering that that's how we do a lot of our booking meetings, is in the van. That's just makes it more useful.
yeah.
If yeah,
So
if weekends cooperate, then I'd be down to check it out if we can get the boys and everybody all together.
the only thing is they do start a little. I think they start at 6. So that'd be 5 our time. So we need to leave by like 3:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
You said it's March 1st?
March 1st.
Let's see. So
And um, To the Top is what they're
hey, I'm
calling
off
it.
that weekend. March
Ooh,
1st is a Friday.
you know what? It is a Friday, so that may not work.
March 2nd?
No, it's March 1st. I'm
Oh,
looking at it. It's March 1st.
oh, yeah. I will be working till 2:30 that day, but
The show starts at 6:30 though.
yeah. Well, if we can make it happen, then
We might be able to because I'm off by 4.
uh, let's discuss this off air.
Okay. No, it's more fun when everybody can come join us. But yeah, so okay, so that was I was impressed with that one. They did a really
Mm-hmm.
good job. It is family friendly,
Mm-hmm.
so that was interesting.
Man, Andrade's good. Sorry, he just did the double moonsault thing he does off the top rope,
Uh-huh.
where he lands on his feet then does another moonsault.
Yeah. But yeah. So we'll have to think about getting in with Signal 10 too, because
Heck yeah.
there is a podcast that works with them too over there called The Diner.
Okay.
So I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet, but I think I'm gonna check it out. So
Cool. Well, Minders, before we get into World's End here, I want to kind of set the table for 2024, if you will, here. So just as a short, just a setup, I have all the major world champions in the big companies lined up, and I'm gonna pick your brain. I'm gonna throw a picture up, and I want to see if you can predict who you want to see take the belt off of them.
oh, okay.
Okay, now I have Impact and I have New Japan. I know you don't really know them very well,
Right. So we might have a
but
little bit
but
of a problem,
I'll
but I'll do what I can.
I'll save them for last.
Okay. Well, if Bari's
All right,
still
first,
listening, maybe he can throw in his 2 cents because he knows a few
yeah,
of those guys.
yeah. All right.
And I'm not sure who else
So
on the
first,
injured list and all that fun stuff. So
well, that's neither here nor there. But oh, it looks like Drew is foiling a cash-in attempt.
oh, yeah,
Oh,
we'll
he just
talk
kicked
about
Seth
that.
in the
We'll
face.
talk about
Oh yeah.
that.
Okay. All right. Back to topic here. First up,
Yes.
let me see here. There you go. Ilya Dragunov, NXT champion. And this is tricky because you never know who's going to be called up to the main roster or not.
Right.
But I'm a fan.
I
I
I'm going out on a limb here, and I might be out on the limb by myself. Royal
Hmm.
Rumble's not that far away,
Uh-huh.
and I wouldn't be surprised if Trick doesn't take it off of him tonight, or if there's a couple different scenarios I'm seeing that could happen, and I feel like Triple H kind of books the same way we do to an extent.
Well,
So,
this is Sean booking NXT.
well, yeah, but they all kind of share a brain.
That's
Um,
true. Like me and Bari.
exactly. And then I throw in the wrenches in the system on occasion.
You do.
But so my thought is, unless they're splitting up Trick and Mello, I th- Trick could very well take it off of Ilya tonight. However, I don't think anybody else is quite there yet. Um, maybe. Well, I take that back. Dijak could take it off of him. I
Yeah,
could see
I'd be
Dijak,
Dijak.
but he got
Corbin
beat last
Corbin
week by
could do it.
Eddie Thorpe. So
Yeah. Yeah. Corbin's been
I think
I don't know.
Bari says Braun, but I think Braun's going to get called up. So
I got a feeling you're right at some point. I mean, he's the obvious choice if he's staying in NXT.
if he's staying,
Right. Shoot,
but
we
then again,
mentioned
I
what about
mean,
Briggs?
I don't think Briggs is
I
quite
don't
there
think
yet.
he might not win the belt, but I'll bet he could get a fun match with Ilya.
I bet he could too. He's been working his butt off. Though, the other one I wouldn't mind seeing come back to NXT because he's just kind of gotten lost in the main roster is Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I think he could get that big pop if he came back and won the NXT title. But
And
as
then
long as he was back to the original gimmick.
I'm also a fan of Nathan Frazier. So
Yes, yes,
there's
yes,
some names
yes.
out there for you in NXT. I don't think Nathan Frazier's going anywhere anytime soon.
No, I
Um,
think he's got a nice spot there.
if
Oh,
Duke
Lana
Hudson
just
finally
turned on
turns on
Andrade. Sorry.
if if Duke Hudson can get away from Chase U,
Why was he ever there in the first
he
place?
shouldn't be there. But if we could get Duke Hudson away from Chase U, he would
Bring me
give
the
another.
gambler back.
Yes, I want that gambler back. But I think he would be another one that would give Iliad a run for his money.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. And
What about
actually,
you? Are you in agreement or what?
I'm I'm kind of in agreement. Trick is the obvious choice right now,
Right.
just because he's red hot as a baby face. I don't think it'll be Mello. I think Mello. Same with Braun. I think Mello's going to be going up to the main roster sooner than later.
But I could see Mello foiling Tricks because if Braun is going up, they
Oh
need
yeah,
another major.
I could see I could see Trick winning the title, Mello turn on Trick, then Trick get a title defense against Mello on his way out.
I could see that. But then Iliad goes up so he can fight Gunther.
I would love that because they've had two matches that I know of between
We need a
NXT
rubber
UK
match.
and NXT. They yeah,
Wait,
number one,
is
yeah, they're
Gunther
one
one
and
of our
one.
guys? Let's get that. We'll get there.
Yeah,
He's got a belt.
yeah. All right. So this speaking of the Expo, we just got word a couple days ago that there's going to be an NWA title defense there, Minders, which we're
Yep.
very excited about. So we got to talk about EC3.
Yep.
Looks like in the face looks like an old catcher's mitt, but body wise, it looks like $1 million. Now I'm going to be talking with Joe Galley here in about a week on the special presentation of the Jumping the Rail
hmm
podcast. So I'm gonna pick his brain about some of the talent in the NWA, but I have my ideas who I think it should be.
Okay, who do you think it should be? Because I have an idea, but I'm not sure if they're really NWA affiliated. So,
Well, assuming that he drops the national championship sometime soon, I would love to see it be the Throwbilly Silas Mason. He's the guy that played Bam Bam Gordy in the Von Erichs movie, as an aside. But
okay,
everything I've seen, he's a big guy. I mean, he looks like Gordy, and
okay.
he moves well. He's got a great finish, big brawler type, and he's in dominant group, the Southern Six with Kerry Morton and Alex Taylor. And I think it would be a hell of a match with Silas and EC3. So that's my pick.
Okay. Well, I didn't know, would somebody, and I'll ask you this because I'm not an NWA. I haven't been following it like you have. So I
Okay.
may be on the verge of looking dumb here. But what about Jack Vaughn? I know him and EC3 have gone at it before at OVW.
Uh-huh. That'd be a cool
So
crossover.
I wouldn't
I'm
mind
yeah,
seeing that.
I haven't seen him on like NWA Power, like on the YouTube shows
Okay.
or anything, but that doesn't mean he hasn't worked in a NWA affiliated territory. Because I know
Gotcha.
EC3's promotion in Ohio, I think it is. I think they're in NWA territory now.
Okay. Well, then
So
I mean, he
that could
does
happen.
pretty much all of the Ohio shows. So
Dude, what if we get? Can we? I know Heather probably isn't listening to this one. Can we get EC3 against Jack Vaughn at the Expo?
I kind of wondered. I kind of
Yeah,
wondered.
thigh slapping good time, would it not?
It would be a great thigh slapping good time. And I can't wait. I'm getting my new Jack Vaughn shirt and I'm going to wear it to the expo.
Nice. Hopefully we can get him on the pod at some point.
I'm hoping. I'm giving him time. Hey, you know what? Thoughts and prayers go out to him right
Oh
now
yeah,
because he just lost his dad.
he's had a
So
rough week for sure.
he's
Yeah.
had a rough week too. So thoughts and prayers.
Yes,
I'm
good
sure he'll get
thoughts.
back with us when he
Oh yeah,
kind of gets things figured out a little bit. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
yep.
All right. Well, let's move on, Minders. WWE side here. Seth Rollins. I think we both have our idea who it's going to be.
Probably. You know, the guy that killed AEW.
Yeah, the cancer.
The cancer.
Oh man, I listened to that corny omnibus of
I've been
Punk
listening to
year
it
two.
too. I'm about halfway through it. Just like,
Just listening to it back again just reminds me just how fucking ridiculous that whole situation was from the get go, from All Out
mhm.
2022.
Well, starting with Paige.
Well, yeah, because that's
Starting
what just
all the way
started
back
the
with
omnibus was
Paige.
Paige's promo.
Yes. So dumb.
Jeez.
What was
Oh
getting
my
me
goodness.
was Uncle Dave and, is it
Alvarez.
Alvarez,
Yeah.
saying how, well, Puck needs to apologize. For what? For what?
Oh,
Reacting? Okay.
Jack Perry should be thanking him for not beating the piss out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's just me. Uh,
Let's
oh my
okay.
goodness.
We jumped around. Okay, if it's not Punk,
Mhm.
who else are you thinking? It has to be Punk.
It's gotta be Punk.
It's
But
got to be Punk.
if it's not Punk, I always come back to Drew. But Drew just lost it again last night, or for in his title match.
He did.
I mean, there's always Priest. He's got that briefcase.
He
So
does have the brief, and I think Priest is going to use it on Rollins at some point. So actually,
what?
but
just,
but I
just
don't want to use Priest as a transitional champ either.
what if Punk beats Rollins and then Priest cashes in on Punk at Mania?
That was, I had
Like
that thought.
that'd be like the second or third time somebody's cashed in on Punk in his career, though. If you
Yeah.
really want to piss the fans off, you'd have Priest cash in on Cody after he beat Roman.
Well, if that happens,
So I'm glad you brought that up. And well, we'll gloss over it now. We'll come back to it. But uh, listening to Busted Open today, and I heard a really good suggestion that could make everybody happy in this case.
okay.
Elimination Chambers in Australia. I
Mhm.
guess they're going to be in a 70 some thousand seat house for this. It's going to be a big deal.
Okay.
And there was a suggestion made that Bully Ray seemed to enjoy that said have Rock versus Roman there for the title. Roman pins Rock. Then he gets Cody at Mania. Cody wins the chamber match in Australia. So then you still get that big match with Rock and Roman because the point was made that they don't need a championship, but they also don't need WrestleMania for the angle.
Right.
The Cody Roman stuff it's got to be at Mania. Just
Does it have to be?
I think it does. It just because the story started at WrestleMania last year, and just to bookend it, I think it's got to
But
be a
then
Mania
that's
this
going to be
year.
Cody winning back-to-back Rumbles.
Not necessarily. No. I have him winning the Chamber. I think Punk wins the
Oh,
Rumble.
okay.
I think Punk wins the Rumble and challenges Rollins, and then Cody wins the Chamber and gets Roman.
So this is the thing right now. All their top guys don't need the belt for this to be a big deal.
They have an embarrassment of riches as it comes to top talent right now.
They really do right
With all
now.
the guys that came back, you got Orton came back, AJ came back, Punk came back. Then you got your Rollins and your Romans and your Codys and your LA Knights on a slightly smaller scale because I think he's getting Logan Paul at Mania, the U.S. title. Then you got Gunther. So they really got a. They haven't been this flush with top guys in a long time.
I know, and it's so fun because you don't know where it's going. It's not
Exactly.
as
The,
obvious.
the last time it's been painfully obvious who's getting what, but
Yep.
now you don't know. It could be anybody. They could literally do a spin a wheel like a roulette wheel and just pick somebody.
Yeah. Dartboard. Let's do this.
Right.
Yep. And all
I'll
of
take
them,
my.
there's a reason
I'll
for them
take
to
this
be there.
picture off my dartboard and then I'll
Oh.
put the.
All right. What's my next one?
Okay. Well, we kind of talked about Roman, uh, but I'll throw the
I
picture up.
still
Just
don't think you need to have Rock and Roman with the belt, though.
no, you don't have to, but just if Cody Rhodes wasn't involved in this angle at all, then it would make perfect sense. It'd be Rock and Roman at Mania for the title.
The only thing, are you going to get Rock to travel all the way over to Australia?
Well, that's the other thing. The other option you have is, I believe it's Orton challenging Roman at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
What if you have Orton win the belt at the Rumble? Maybe have The Rock do something to distract Roman. Maybe have him cost Roman the title, then Orton gets the belt and gets Cody. Then you
And then
got that
Rock and
mentor
Roman at
mentee. Then Rock and Roman.
WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and then you have.
Then the only question is who gets the main event spots out of those three matches? Because you got Rollins, Punk, Rock, Roman, Cody, Orton.
Well, one will be one night. You'll
Well,
probably
yeah,
have. I'm guessing Rollins, Punk, one night.
it's got it. Punk will be furious if he doesn't get a main event at Mania after winning the Rumble. Plus,
At
it's winning
damn
the Rumble, so
cancer.
that's got to be it.
At
I
damn
think
cancer.
Cody and Orton, I think, could open one of the
I think
nights.
I do
It'd be
too. And I'm okay with the championship belt going on first.
yeah. Or on the other hand, maybe Rock says, "Hey, I don't want to stay here all night. Can I go on first?" Like how Lesnar did.
Yeah.
But then you get Rock and Roman first. But
Yeah.
it could be anything. You could even put one in the middle of the show, like before the
Nah, don't put them
intermission
in
or
the
whatever.
middle. No, leave that for the U.S. champ and the international and the Intercontinental.
You almost said international
I
champion. You don't
did.
watch
I
too much
almost did.
AEW.
No, I don't watch. Okay.
Well, I'm watching Tony Storm woman handle Riho right now. Would you say Tony called her a mouse the other day?
Yeah, I called her a mouse.
Oh, Riho.
Oh, Tony. I love Tony Storm sometimes.
You know what? For all the as much criticism as we have about AEW, sometimes I said it. Tony's my favorite part of AEW right now, and it would only get better when Danhausen starts stalking her.
Uh,
I mean it. All right.
no,
So,
but okay. Do we want to talk real quick? Can we talk real quick about last night and how the former champion was supposed to come out at the 9 o'clock hour last night?
well, let's come back to that here.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I think we've got it just about covered. The only thing we didn't cover is Joe. As we know, he won the AEW title on Sunday. It's as much as I don't want to see a heel versus heel match. I think it's got to be Swerve.
Hey, it's AEW. And Swerve is the heel baby face. They're both heel baby faces, which is terrible.
Right?
Does it gotta be Swerve?
Oh my goodness. So Tony Storm was on Luther's shoulders, and she just gestured like a jockey to make him run, so she could run Riho off the apron.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, tangent
No,
over.
that's fine. That's fine. if you really got to do something, here's the thing. How long do we have? It really all depends on the bidding war, honestly. It depends on if we get MJF still at AEW or not.
Now,
Because Rich Holiday, right? Rich Holiday?
mhm.
That's right,
Richard
right?
Holiday?
Yeah, Richard
Yeah.
Holiday. He's teasing on Twitter.
So's Hammerstone.
They're both teasing. And
With a
I
good time.
don't it's a real good yeah, they're teasing about a good time. And if that happens, MJF's got to get it back.
Eventually, I think MJF's already re-signed. I'm
He
willing to bet
already
that this
resigned.
is all.
Okay.
I think this is all lip service just to build intrigue. But I think he needs it back, but he doesn't need it right away. I think he can come back and do the business with Cole,
He needs
which,
to come he needs to heal up.
yeah,
Let's get the surgery, whatever you got to do. Do what you
hmm
need to do to get 100%.
yeah, he's still young. He's got plenty of time
Yeah,
for all this.
he's still well, yeah, I mean he's 20 what, 27?
27, yeah, that's young for
So,
wrestling.
yeah. So,
Hey,
but
coach referee made a decision.
how about that?
He kicked Luther out.
The corpse moved. Holy shit.
The
So
boy man
anyway,
paler than his wristbands.
you could go you could go that way. Uh, there's they just don't have any baby faces that are worth a damn.
The only ones they have are washed up. What
Darby,
was? Well, they got Darby. Darby's an option.
and
Do they?
I hate to say it, you're gonna hate me, but what if it's Cassidy?
Oh, pockets. Here's
Yeah,
my question: is it possible that they would give Sting a title with his retirement match at Revolution?
God, I hope not.
Me too. But it is Tony.
If they do, it ought to be like a go back to your never mind. Go back to your couch in the back, Tony. Um, they can't. They can't. If it's his
No.
retirement match, they can't.
Who
If they
would
do,
you
they're stupid.
who would you put in Sting's retirement match? Because I have my answer.
Well, I mean, let me think about that one a minute. That was one you didn't give me a minute to think about.
Ah, call it in the
Um,
ring.
I know, I know. Well, the obvious get that thing out of the corner. Um, the obvious choice would be Darby, in my opinion.
I'm the same way.
That's the obvious choice. If it's not Darby, and I hate to even go there, but what about Sammy? Or even what about Garcia? If he doesn't do the dancing.
With Sting?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there any chance that Jericho gets in Tony's ear and
After everything that's happened over the past couple weeks, I'm waiting to see what his fine is that he gets in an eco-friendly envelope.
uh,
Aw, Bari, in a perfect world, it would be Muda. Nah, you're right.
well, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
But,
But I mean, because yeah, Sting was in Muda's retirement match, wasn't he?
mm-hmm,
So that would make perfect sense.
it would. But how much sense does it make that Muda retired and now he's coming back out of retirement to do a retirement match?
Well, nobody ever really retires in wrestling.
Could be worse. It could be Flair.
Flair's set pitching it too.
The other one I wouldn't mind, and it's kind of off the wall, would be maybe a Lethal. Put Jay in there with him,
Well, you'd get a good match that way.
or even Briscoe. Put Mark in with him.
I'd
I
be
think
fine
either
with that.
both of them they're going to be good matches. It's just,
I mean, but do you want to have a story or do you just want to have a match? Because it's.
well, that's the thing. What are they going to make this out to be?
I'll throw one out there. What about Christian? I mean, they got the history from TNA.
They do.
I'm I'm working on another option for the top corner.
Oh, okay. I wondered what you were doing.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
I was
multitasking.
I was a little nervous about what you were doing, as I'm usually nervous every time you're up to something.
Hey, you were nervous about your birthday episode of the Shootout, and I think I did pretty good.
You did, but there's some of those I'm not going to forget anytime soon. Especially a particular Mr. Malkin. I'll remember. It's all right. I can't wait for you to see the Patreon.
Oh yeah, there's some there's some interesting things to see in that Patreon from what I heard.
Oh yes, very interesting.
And I have questions. I want to get your opinion on some things tomorrow. This teaser for the Shootout
Okay.
regarding one Joseph O'Reilly, but we'll get to it.
Yep.
I see Tony Storm got the here we go.
Oh, that's better. I don't mind that one. That one's fine. He can stalk
Oh
me now.
yes. Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
what?
going to
What?
put that option on the Shootout.
Well, we got the Shootout behind us right now, so
Yeah.
there we go. Yay!
Yep.
All
Make sure
right.
you
So
stay tuned for the
what other
Shootout
belt
tomorrow.
you got for me to make a decision on here?
All right. Well, like I said, we got Impact. I'm sorry. Actually, I think officially it is TNA now because they said at the start of the new year they're going to go back to TNA.
Okay.
But got Alex Shelley's the champion right now, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Uh, and I don't think that they would do the tag team split up route and have Saban beat him.
Right.
I think my brain is Josh Alexander. I think because
That was who I
he
thought.
had to
So
forfeit the title, so I think
he
he needs
never
to get it.
lost it. Yeah.
Right. But I love the
Ooh,
run that Shelley's
Mari.
had with the belt, though. Ooh,
Mike
hey,
Bailey.
Mike Bailey. I'd be down for it.
There you go.
Mike Bailey made for an awkward conversation with the wife one night watching GCW. And yes, I'm the one that made it weird.
Oh dear Lord.
I'm sorry. I had a theory about a strategy that could be employed when wrestling Mike Bailey, and Stacy looked at me like I had three heads. I'm just saying, if you get him in a leg lock, you got to tickle his feet. I'm not saying mess with the toes. I'm saying tickle the feet. It's an effective submission technique.
Okay, let's move on.
Sorry, weigh in. All right. I got one last one. I'm not going to make you pick New Japan because I know you don't know the product. But
I don't. Where's our
but
AJ? AJ, where's our AJ when we need him?
I think he's still working, isn't he?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, last one I got because technically it is a world title. It's Ring of Honor as Eddie Kingston. I like this picture. I thought this was a cool shot that they got after the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hate the new belt, the Continental belt. I think it's pretty sharp looking.
Yeah.
And again, this is Ring of Honor, so I mean, which AEW mid carder is going to beat Eddie for the belt? I'm still fuzzy though, because does he defend all three at once? Does he defend
See,
each
I
one
don't
separately?
know. I don't know. Are they going to bring? Well, we know Kota Ibushi's out, right?
Yeah,
Because
apparently he hurt both of his ankles.
hurt both of his ankles, so he's out. And they wouldn't do Will Ospreay.
No, he's going to be heavyweight division.
Yeah.
There's a guy that could beat Joe Ospreay.
Yeah, that's true. But is Ospreay enough of a baby face to go after Joe?
Well, Joe
And
might
is he
be a
safe
babyface.
enough? And is he safe enough?
I think he is. I think at this iteration of Ospreay, I think yes.
Okay.
Plus, then you got Don Callis, if he's still a part of the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got that option. Mark Briscoe's always an option for Kingston.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yo. Yes. Let's do that.
Okay,
Or lethal.
that works.
Or lethal.
Or lethal, yeah. Gotta give Lethal something.
No
Give him no
kidding.
points in that
Poor
tournament's
guy.
criminal. And then make him take the pin in the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I mean, what did Jay Lethal do to piss off Tony Khan?
Came in with Jarrett, maybe? I don't know.
Well, that's just, he didn't come in with Jarrett. And by the way, I did watch the 0 Hour for the pay-per-view, and I was highly entertained by Jeff Jarrett on that show.
I got through most of it. I got to I need to completely watch the whole thing really because
Yeah. Got Dustin Rhodes coming out right now.
Watching Statlander and Willow, that was rough. That was real
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, it started off good, but then as it went on, it just,
They were both wasted. And not they
well,
were just
not,
blown up. They're just blown
yeah,
up. I'm not going to say wasted because it wasn't
yeah,
wasted. It was
poor
just
choice of
blown
words.
up. Yeah. Especially at AEW. But whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of that match was just eh.
yeah. Right now we got Swerve and Dustin Rhodes going on my computer screen.
Swerve beat his ass.
Yeah,
heard
he's
about
tuning
that
him up
one.
really good.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what was wrong with Keith Lee, but apparently he had some nagging injuries that he had to
Apparently,
sit
he's
out.
been fighting through some injuries for like over a year and a half.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I
Dude,
mean, I
stay out of
respect
the
him for
ring
being
then.
tough, but
AEW has enough problems with people being hurt.
it's true.
Because I'm still wanting Kyle O'Reilly to make it back. So, and does Kyle then?
Sounds like Kyle's still got a ways to go.
Yeah. We were talking about Joe earlier. What about Wardlow? Or is that just too much?
I think the bloom's off the rose with Wardlow.
Okay.
He's Cole's flunky now. So.
He was MJF's flunky. Now he's Cole's flunky.
So, should we just talk about the elephant in the room as it relates to AEW and the pay-per-view?
Wait, which one?
The
That
Franco
one.
fans will get this joke.
Yeah.
The devil.
The devil.
And
I honestly did not think it was going to be Cole.
I was with you. I thought it was too obvious.
I thought it was too. But maybe that's what we need to start doing when we're thinking about Tony booking. Obvious is gonna, him, that guy. I still wore it better. I hate that picture. Yeah. I need to go watch the scrum too, because good lord.
You got 2.5 hours to kill?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be on something to be talking to the media for 2.5 hours at 11:30 in the evening.
Well, where was World's End at?
Long Island. So it was.
So it was like 12:30.
12:30 their time. So he
And
probably
then
didn't
they
leave the
take
building
an
until
hour, like from the
an
end
hour
of the
break
show.
before.
Yeah.
So show ends at 12:30. Scrum
They start
starts
the
at
scrum at
1:30.
1:30. Goes till 4:00 in the
Goes
morning.
2.5. So I'm gonna guess he probably didn't get to his hotel till 6 in the morning.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
oh, he's got such a great work ethic. No, he just wants to hear himself talk.
Yeah.
And he holds these poor bastards hostage in the media room to.
They
Doesn't give a straight answer to any questions.
Right? That bugs me more than anything. Is that's never a straight answer. We can't talk about that.
No.
Well, then don't let it happen.
Yeah. Or keep Jericho out of the scrum.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, keep Jericho off the card. If that shit's going on, just if you're gonna suspend Punk and then fire him for the Jack Perry incident, and I don't know all the details on the whole story, but even if there's a wrinkle of a story there, you gotta take Jericho off TV until you know what's going on, right?
You have to. They did with Sammy.
Yeah. But because it's Jericho, he gets carte blanche, as they say in fancy talk.
Ugh.
Does he have something on Tony?
Well, Tony stuck with him for 10 years.
At what point does Jericho or does Danielson step in? Because
No
he's apparently the
kidding.
head of the discipline committee. And if he did say something, would Jericho listen to him?
That's the other kicker. Or is he going to
If
go
Dan-
get in Tony's ear?
exactly, if Danielson tries to suspend Jericho, does Jericho go to Tony and say, "Hey, they're trying to suspend me,
Yeah.
so better do something about it"? Then Tony's gonna tuck tail and say, "No, he's gonna stay. He's our biggest star." Oh, bullshit,
No,
you
he's
know.
not, but okay.
Well, Tony doesn't know how to treat a biggest star because he fired
That's true.
him. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and I love that this was the outfit he chose when he was talking about how the locker room was a safe place for women.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spoiler.
Wow. Spoiler alert. Wow.
Now you're sounding like Adnan Burke.
I really wish some of the women would actually speak up and say what that locker room's like. I mean, I
Yeah,
know they say they do, but how much of it is lip service to
yeah.
stay, you know?
There's always that's true of any business, any company.
It is.
It's a sad state of affairs, really.
It is, but
All right, I'm
I
fast
just wish
forwarding
they
this.
would I wish people would just be forward with it, I guess.
All right, I'm skipping the Jericho match.
Oh dear God, please do. So,
Abaddon and Julia Hart worth watching.
it was okay.
Oh, I don't have that kind of time though.
Okay.
Okay, Edge and Christian, we'll watch this.
Okay, you can watch that, yeah.
Yeah, I like how Edge came out in his WrestleMania 22 attire.
Well, like somebody said, I wish I could remember who I saw this on YouTube. I think it was Wrestle something or other from England. But they were saying how this was pretty much an homage to Edge's whole career
Yeah,
because they did that stupid flaming table spot. Are they
I
ever
don't
going to
think
get
he.
it right?
I think he misjudged how far Nick Wayne was going to fly. Because I did see the replay of that. And Nick Wayne's
Take
he's.
Tony out of the corner. Put Danhausen back up there.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ugh.
But
And
yeah.
why is Shayna Wayne dressed like Catwoman?
Well, doesn't everybody
Pete's
want to
sake.
see that?
As long as she's not talking, she can wear what she wants. If I never hear her cut another damn promo again in her life, it'll be too soon.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I'm sure she's perfectly nice, but come on.
I still can't believe that
Kill switch.
Kill Switch, Dino douche, um, gave up his opportunity for the TNT Championship belt to Christian. I mean, I get it.
This is a slow burn. They're gonna turn
They're doing
Dino
something.
babyface.
Yeah, Dino's going to turn babyface.
I just want to know what Christian has on him that he whispered in his ear to make him do it. He's like, "I'll bring back Jack Perry." No.
We'll bring back Marco Stunt.
He'd probably take Marco Stunt before Jack Perry.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Shoot.
Are we going to see Jack Perry again?
Probably.
Because I was really almost convinced he was going to. I had myself convinced he was going to be the devil.
Yeah, you thought he was going to be the devil. I'm sure he'll be back at some point. The Bucks are going to make sure he's back. He's their boy.
Well, and the Bucks have got to come back as their asshole characters or whatever.
Super Dick Party.
Super Dick Party. Don't
With or without
Google
Matt's
that.
wife.
Don't Google that.
Yeah, that's like Bang Bros. Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
But yeah, Matt's wife got let go from her position as head merchandise
Do you
lady.
notice where the problem's at? And I'm pulling a card from Cornette here, but all the higher ups are leaving. What? Why? What's going on in that locker room?
Well, most of the higher ups are friends of the Bucks and all them, and just, I don't know. I'm not. It's not my job to be in charge. I just sit back and criticize. But
Sorry, he's to clean off.
yeah, he really he almost flew over.
He did.
Yeah, instead of
And we're
slid,
back
maybe
to
bounced.
talking about Nick Wayne and Edge again. Ah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Don't let the fact that the higher ups in this company let the talent do whatever they want fool you. The stunts performed on this program are stupid and should not be attempted by anyone, including the wrestlers. Please do not try this at home.
So I'm not gonna assume I know what Edge is thinking. I'm sorry, Adam Copeland. You can't call him Edge anymore. It's not his name. But at what point, after he's done with Christian, is he gonna realize just what he's gotten himself into by going to AEW?
Yeah, I think that's coming up soon. I think it's coming up real soon.
I think as soon as Nick Wayne flew over that table, he kind of got an idea.
I'm hoping that maybe some of the younger talent, maybe like, and when I say that, I'm not talking about the EVPs. I'm talking about like Garcia, Hobbs. Maybe some of those guys will actually sit underneath his learning tree and
It
listen to
seems
what
like
he has
Hobbs.
to say.
It seems like Hobbs is a learner. He's coachable.
He is. I mean, he worked
And
with Punk and said he
he did
loved
work with
working
Punk.
with Punk.
Yeah,
That cancer that told
yeah.
Hobbs to just think he was putting on a show for his mom after his mom had passed away. I mean,
Uh-huh. What an asshole.
what a jerk.
I'm sure
And, you know, a
Darby's
lot of this
listening
is
to Edge.
I say, well, a lot of this is fresh just because we've listened to Corny's Omnibus, but you know, it's fresh in our heads. But it's like all these younger guys are like, yeah, it was a good time working with Punk, and then he has to work with the upper EVPs or Page, and and does AEW really need another faction?
No, they have about six too many at this point.
Yeah,
All right. Now, Minder's, the whole idea of going weekly is to not go long. And if we keep going off on tangents about Tony, then we're gonna go just
we are
for
going to go
hours.
long.
Yeah. All right.
So
So let's talk about. I mentioned. Let's talk about the Square Circle Expo while we're thinking about it. Do you have the updated guest list for the
I
expo?
give me just a second, and I will.
All right. I'm gonna throw up that nifty logo there. Look at that. It looks of America.
It does. It reminds me of like Duggan's.
A little. It looks like Duggan's singlet or
Yeah.
Angler's singlet.
All right. I don't even know where we left off, but there's one here that's really funny. And I
I'll bet
didn't
I know which
listen
one.
I didn't listen to their video, so if you did, you need to fill us in on what's going on with what he was saying, or was it just about the NWA title was going to be
It was.
defended?
It was just about the NWA title
Okay.
from what I saw.
Okay. So we're going to get Nick Namath, bleh,
Nemeth.
Nimeth, Dolph Ziggler.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. Steph DeLander,
Okay.
which didn't we figure isn't she the women's champ?
No, that's Freya the Slayer.
Oh, that's right. That's Freya. I
Steph
forgot
was
which
in the
Freya.
match, but she didn't
She
win.
was in the match. Okay. You know, here's one my nerd is showing that I'm super excited that he's going to be there. And that's the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yes. Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
so excited about him being there.
That's going to be good. Abe Knuckleball Schwartz himself.
Yep. Colt
Bari, if you're
Cabana,
still in the chat, I think Bari needs to wear his jobber shirt that I got him for Christmas when he meets Brawler.
he does. And Brawler's there both days. So
Nice, nice. You said Cabana, which I figured because he
Cabana.
was there
Hey,
last
guess
year.
what? He's going to be there both days. So apparently they don't need him on AEW anytime soon.
I guess not.
And then I'm sure you were super excited about the last one that they announced.
Yes, I was. The Kingfish.
So, oh no. Okay.
What?
I just read what they said about it, about
Oh,
him.
about Lawler? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
no autographs. It's just a photo op. But I'm still gonna try to do that, the photo op,
yeah. So, yeah, if you didn't
because
catch
he's
it,
got the
Barry the
original
King
AWA
Lawler is
belt.
going to be there.
Because the picture's gonna be with the original AWA World Title.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Yes, because you know me, I like my belts.
You do like your belts.
I've got a picture with Bret Hart where he's holding the IC title from WrestleMania 8.
I would say, but I think that was everybody new that they announced, correct?
Okay, I think that's right. So they got a pretty
And then
stacked.
just a little, they had a quick reminder, and I'm going to say this one too because James Spence Authentication is going to be there.
Yes, I saw that.
So if you
So
want
if
to
you're
get
getting
anything,
autographs,
your autographs authenticated.
yeah.
So that's
And then
definitely
you can also
something.
bring in other like stuff that's already been signed in the past, and they'll authenticate it for you too,
Yep.
which is a really cool feature that they have for the Expo. They did that last year too.
Did they, or was I was thinking something happened and he couldn't make it
I don't know. I thought I saw them. They
because they
talk
ended
about
up
it.
because they ended up mailing stuff in.
Hmm.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Taking that off. That's terrible.
Oh my goodness. No, the expo it's looking like it's going to be loads of fun, and they're not even done announcing guests yet. I think there's still some more they're going to get to, and
Well,
we're
now
and we're
that I know
talking.
that mine probably won't be there, and I'm kind of bummed,
Eh, I'm sorry, Minders.
but
I know you were on the edge of your seat.
I was on the edge of my seat. I was hoping.
You're gonna walk up and say, "Hey, you're Sexton Hardcastle."
No, then I would have had to have taken. I would have had to have taken my shirt that I forgot last year that I want Christian to sign. That I have the 5 second pose shirt.
Oh,
It's
okay,
the red one, the red and yellow one.
nice.
And so I was gonna have Christian Cage sign that one because I can't wear my I love heels because MJF signed my I love heels shirt. So,
Right.
but I haven't decided if I want to wear. I think I'm gonna wear my Jack Vaughn shirt though. My new Jack Vaughn shirt that I got coming.
Nice. Very nice.
So,
Nice.
and I know Barry said he's wearing. I think Barry's gonna wear his Cornette shirt again. So, I mean the Bashams are gonna be there. So.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for apparel.
I really want to wear. I want to meet the Godfather in that Jack Vaughn shirt.
Now, for those that don't know Minders, why don't you explain what's on the Jack Vaughn shirt?
The Jack Vaughn shirt says "Support your local ring rat," and I'm so excited about it.
Maybe you'll get Lawler to see it too.
Maybe any of those guys that are
Yeah.
the older generation. I, I'm kind of curious to see what Nick will say about it. If I get up to see Nick or not,
Oh, yeah.
I think he'll get a kick out of it.
I think he would.
And any of the
Uh,
and Ron Simmons, we'll get Ron to see it.
yes.
Maybe I'll just take it and take a silver marker and just have a bunch of people sign it.
Oh, there you go. Oh my goodness.
Ah,
So much. There's always so much hijinks going on at the expo. And we're gonna try and get Heather back on this year, like we did last year. Heather Owens. Uh,
good.
Working on getting a date lined up for her. So that should be a good time indeed. Uh,
So, do we have Hall of Fame this week, or do we have top
so
10 this week?
so here's what we were thinking, and we said we're gonna do them alternately.
Hmm.
I've made an executive decision regarding the Hall of Fame Minders.
Okay.
We're only gonna do one a month First
Okay.
week of the month is going to be Hall of Fame. Otherwise, we're going to have like 25 inductees this year, and that's going to get a little overloaded. So, with that said, we will do our Hall of Fame this year. We'll do top 10 next week.
Okay.
Barry giving us updates on what's going on in NXT right now. Women's title up first. So that's Lyra and Cora, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No, not Cora.
No?
No. Lyra and
Barry.
it's not Cora.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to throw to the Hall of Fame package, Menders, and then,
You do that.
all right, here we go. Barry says Blair Davenport.
Yes. I knew
Okay.
it wasn't Cora.
Yeah. Well, so here we go. First Hall of Fame inductee of the new year. There you see the JTR Hall of Fame. And we're doing this on an anniversary, Menders. On the 5th anniversary of his passing. And this is another house not in there yet, but it's our first interviewer to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. We've had announcers, Jim Ross and whatnot, Jerry Lawler. Mean Gene
I
Okerlund is
wondered.
going in the Hall of Fame. So
Mean Gene.
extremely well deserved. The first face I really remember seeing on wrestling
Yep.
because you know how it is. He was just so pronounced, and I got a few pictures here I can throw up. There we go. Opening and closing. There we go. So, and I guess I started watching wrestling in '85. Really started paying attention to it in '86, but this was the face I remembered, Menders.
Yep.
Meanest Genus. And
Mean Gene that was not mean at all.
no, he was a teddy bear.
He
Uh,
was.
Now, I didn't until later on. I didn't ever see any of the shows where he would be doing the actual commentary with Gorilla.
I don't remember
But
him doing commentary with
he
Gorilla.
didn't do it all. He didn't do it on like the national broadcast. It was always on like
Okay.
MSG.
Okay.
But on YouTube, you can find some of the commentary. Barry, oh, we're gonna get to it. Tag matches with Hogan. I need to see if I can find a shot of him in the ring because chiseled Adonis, he was not. Bless his heart, but
But yeah, Mean Gene was he's definitely one of the like that's one of the first people I think of when I think of back like
oh yeah,
the legend era as I call it, but
yeah, he is definitely one of the faces of the golden era.
golden era, there we
All right,
go.
here you go, Barry. Look at that guy. Looks like he's pushing out a turd. Move over, Stone Cold. He's not the guy that got black tights and black boots over. It was Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yep.
You want to see something that you ever seen a really young picture of Gene Minders?
It's been a minute.
That's
Good.
Mean Gene.
Wow.
It's so weird seeing him with hair
It is.
and with no mustache.
It doesn't even look like
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
But
good.
yeah,
And then
Mean Gene and the gobbledygooker
oh, doing the crisscrosses. I remember.
doing the crisscrosses. Mean Gene, whenever he'd interview with Ted DiBiase, usually when the poor kids were trying to dribble the basketball 10 times.
Uh huh. Well, if you don't do the job, you don't get the money, Minders.
And everybody
Uh,
has a
Yeah,
price.
check this out. This is from the AWA when he was interviewing Andre. And you really get an image of how big Andre was compared to Gene. or vice
Yeah.
versa, how small Gene was
I
compared
would
to
say how
Andre.
small Gene is. Because I
He
think
looks a little concerned in that picture,
just a little bit. Well,
just a
I
bit.
mean, Andre's hand is almost around his neck, so I'd be a little concerned
True,
too.
that's true. Another shot from the AWA early interview with Hogan there.
He looks bored out of his mind.
I like to think
Doesn't
he's
he?
listening I like to think he's listening intently, but
No, I think he's sitting there saying,
that
"What
or
the
he's
hell is
getting a
this
cue
guy
from
saying
somebody.
now?" Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably getting a cue from somebody.
My favorite dance partner he had in the WWF at least was Macho.
There you go.
He was because Macho his interviews were so bizarre anyway.
Right.
But I'm trying to find another good one here because
Do you not have one of him with Shiki?
I can find one here. Oh, here we go.
Because I'm gonna bring something up real quick. I'm not trying
Okay,
not to go off too much on a tangent.
go ahead.
You have to go and watch The Brock like go off on Jinder last night because
Oh
it's
yeah,
so funny.
it was good.
He had a talk with Shiki while he was in the ring. He looked up to the sky and says, "Yeah, Sheik, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him." It was so fun. Jinder Mahal's the day one douchebag. It's great.
Oh boy. Oh, Jinder. Oh, the look on the people's faces when Jinder was coming out.
Such disappointment.
Priceless.
Such
Just to know that
disappointment.
people can still be trolled in that fashion is just comforting
Hey,
to me.
I was because I got on a wrestling chat last night. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? There we go.
Look at that. He used to call me Gene the intelligent Jew, even though
Mhm.
Gene wasn't Jewish. Gene Mean, he'd call him.
Yep.
But like I said, Macho was my favorite of his interviews in the WWF, but overall, it was this
Yep.
raving lunatic.
Because you never
He would
knew what
just
you're going to get with Rick. That's for sure.
no. 9 times out of 10, clothes would be discarded
Taken
though.
off. Yeah.
The promo he cut when he started ripping up all of his money and throwing shoes in the crowd. He was down to his Florida Gators boxer shorts. Might have been his piece de resistance, though.
Oh,
Oh,
Rick.
Rick. But the thing is, people like Gene are missing in wrestling these days.
They are.
The backstage interviewers now, they're just asking like really rudimentary leading questions, and then they just stand off to the side. Mean Gene would react.
He would.
Oh, thank you, Barry. Leave it to Barry. He knows. $800 as he ripped up in that that promo.
Jerk. He
We're gonna
could
make Barry our head accountant because he
have.
can keep track of the money.
No, we always
The,
said
it,
I keep track of the money.
the promo of Jake with Damien in the shower was really good too, just for Gene's reactions. Everything he said was very dry. Like he never pulled a face or anything. He was just the straight man to all this cavalcade of lunatics that would come backstage and do interviews with him.
He was the one normal one.
He was like Joey Styles in ECW. He was the voice of normalcy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like you though. Why did we not put him in sooner? Oh yeah,
I
because
know.
we focus more on wrestlers. I forgot.
Yeah, and managers to a
And
point.
managers.
Yes, you're a sick man, Roberts. It's bad enough I'm in the shower. Now, tell me if
Well,
I'm nuts. I'm looking off to the side here. Does Shayna Way not look like Nia Jax kind of in the leather outfit?
I don't need. Sorry, Dwayne. I don't need that visual again. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to close down the Hall of Fame for the month. Like we said, should have been done months ago. Getting
Months
Mean
ago.
Gene in there, well deserved. He'll go into the. I'm still working on updating the graphic for
Okay.
the start of the Hall of Fame, but he'll be going in there. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about Raw, Minders, because you had opinions, and I'm gonna
Had
get them out of
opinions.
you. First off, Becky got tuned up by Nia again last night.
That match was terrible. That match
as
was,
Nia's matches tend to be.
yeah. If she got training while she was gone, it did not show last night.
Oh, she didn't get any training.
It was so bad.
She and I don't like to throw this word around with wrestlers because I know the vast majority of them are very hard workers and they bust their ass and deserve all of our respect. But Nia just seems lazy out there.
I agree. There were a couple times that it was like, Nia, you were supposed to catch her. Nia, you were supposed to do this. Nia, you were supposed to do that. I, it was sloppy. It was not fun.
Champagne retains. What? Oh, champion retains.
Champion retains.
So Vyra retained her title on NXT for those. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Well, actually, you know what? This is Thursday when this is going to be dropping as a podcast, so I rescind my spoiler alert.
Well, yeah, but people might be watching now, and they might
True.
not be able to have NXT on like me. So,
That's true.
but I plan on turning NXT on because I take that
Yeah.
stupid picture out of the corner. Thank you. You could even put your face up there and uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's very interesting. Dragunov
So,
is not cleared for tonight.
all right. So here's my question: does that mean that he forfeits the championship?
Doubt it.
Is the match canceled? See,
Match is probably.
if this was New Japan, he would be forfeiting the championship. That's what they do to this day.
Well, it hasn't been 30 days yet, has it?
But it's a forfeiting a match. It's if there's a match signed
That's
to
true.
happen, then and he can't compete, then he should forfeit the championship. And I like Ilya, but that's just me.
I get
That'd be
it.
my if I was the promoter, that'd be my rule.
Yeah.
Moxley had to do that. He couldn't. He had travel issues, couldn't get to Japan. He had to forfeit the U.S. title once.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's all Tiffany Stratton. She's a reporter now. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're about to get the table spot in this Copeland match.
Oh, are we? But
Oh no, it
okay,
already happened.
Okay, Raw. Back to Raw.
Yes, back to Raw. Okay, so talked about Nia bloodying up Becky, which I can only assume was not supposed to happen. But
Probably not.
maybe it was. It could be. Maybe that's how. Maybe they're telling their
Yeah.
story.
I
Hey, Edge won.
till he loses again. Till he gets cashed in on.
Yes. Carlton replaces Dragon Lee in the six-man tag. I did see that. It's actually Carlito.
Is that
Typos
supposed to be Carlito? I knew that. I thought that was.
Who are they wrestling? Is it?
I had it up here just a second ago. Drew Gulak's group.
Oh, okay, but not Charlie because Charlie's in Japan.
Right.
Bless you.
Nope.
The wife sneezed.
That's what I gathered.
Oh, hey, Bari, good catch by Bari. Becky's mouth was bloody before the big punch, so there you go. Triple H with the storytelling. Mazel tov, I say.
Okay. Where's that? Okay, so it's Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Carlito.
Okay.
Versus No Quarter Catch Crew.
Which is Gulak.
Gulak, Miles Bourne, and Damon Kemp.
Okay. I've heard of two of those guys. I don't know. Maybe I should put a different wrestler's face in the corner every week, Minderz.
Please do. As long as it's not Tony, I'm good.
Well, I mean him.
Unless, don't you do it.
What?
Don't you do it. Only on this show or on the other show too?
Only on this show.
Okay.
Tony's not in AEW in 01.
I forgot we have the finals of the men's breakout tonight.
Oh yeah.
Ew. Sorry. I was busy looking at my phone. What have you thought of the breakout tournament?
I haven't seen a lot of it. It's I like that Pillman Jr. didn't advance to the finals. I don't think he needs it.
Right.
I think this is a chance to, like the name of the tournament says, this is a way to elevate the young guys that
Hmm.
are on the cusp, you know. Oh, what's Christian doing? He's trying to take the contract from Luchasaurus, Kill Switch.
Okay,
Come
Raw.
on.
Raw.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Raw. The ice. Can you please take that down? So, okay, Bari's with me. I've seen a lot
Yeah,
of it. I haven't seen all of it, but I saw a lot of it, and
Bari
I'm
is improving.
impressed.
Hey, Bari, we talked about this with Bari. He's been back on board with the NXT brand this year. He picked them as their weekly show of the year at our big year in
Hmm.
review. Uh, I got a buddy who he's been watching a lot of AEW, but he's kind of turned off by it these days, and he doesn't watch a lot of WWE. But I told him, you ought to go check out NXT and TNA if you want something to watch. And so he said he's going to do that. So I feel like I've helped the helped steer him in the right direction. All right. Well, Minders,
You
let's
know,
talk about
I would have said the show of the year or the show of the week would have been, for those 2 months would have been
Collision.
Collision.
Yeah,
'Cause it was
for
so
two
good
months it
for
was
like
great.
2 months. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And
Then
then
the
now we're
Bucks did
back
a
to,
victory lap and killed the town.
yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, Minders, let's talk about what we got coming up in the next couple weeks here on the shootout. Let me get my schedule up
On the
so I know what's
shootout
going
or
on.
on jumping the rail?
On jumping the rail, I forgot where I am. I lose track of what day it is sometimes.
I have a feeling that's going to happen a lot this year.
Yeah, I gotta be on my toes. All right. So, and you got do me a favor if you can at some point hit up Mike Outlaw see if you can get me a promo shot that I can use for promotion.
Okay.
All right. But anyway, next Tuesday on the 9th of January, we are going to be joined by a what I think is a legend in professional wrestling. He literally has worked everywhere, and I'm hoping he's got some cool stories. We can pick his brain a little bit. Jack Victory is going to be joining us, which is awesome for all us ECW super fans out there. Plus, if you like Mid South or World Class, WCW, NWA, all literally name a territory other than WWF, he's probably been there. So
Very
that should be
nice.
a lot of fun. Barry,
So
you may
you're
have to
sending
jump
me
in on that with
matches
me.
before next week,
I will
correct?
send you matches. Oh yes,
Okay.
and we'll see if we can get Barry to join in also because I'm sure he's seen a lot of his work also. The next night on January 10th, we're doing a special bonus YouTube presentation for the podcast. It'll also drop as a podcast, but I'm going to be talking with the voice of the NWA, Joe Galley, ahead
And
of the
I'm
big
sitting that
Paranoia
one out.
pay-per-view. Yeah, that's just going to be me on this one, Minders. You get the day off on that one because we're doing the
I
shootout right
don't
before
get the
that.
day off,
Well, no, but we're doing the shootout, but then I'm not going to make you do double duty, which is all good.
which is
All right.
fine because you know more about NWA anyway, and I feel like I would
Yes.
just be a
Yeah. But Joe's
fly
a
on the
returning
wall.
guest. Joe was a lot of fun the last time he was on
I
with us.
I
So,
caught him the first time he was on.
yeah. Fellow San Antonio Spurs fan, uh, Texas native. So, Central Time Zone, which is a plus.
Yay! That
All right.
reminds me, that really made the Shotgun City Sheriff's day when I told him, I said, just remember we're on Central Time, and he says, "Oh wait, so that means not till 7 then?" I said, "Exactly." He goes, "Woohoo!"
Shot his pistols in the air
He shot his
celebratorily.
pistols in the air. Yep. And I have to be nice to him tomorrow, correct?
Yes. All right. January 16th, the week after that, we will be joined by Mike Outlaw from the St. Louis area, one of our favorites.
I'm really excited to talk to him.
Yes. Uh, on the 23rd, we're going to do a Peacock watch along, Minders, of the match from January 23rd, 1984, on the 40th anniversary, Hulk Hogan against the Iron Sheik, when Hogan won the World Championship for the first time. Uh, so that should be interesting. May have to get the boys
Did
in
we
on that
figure
one.
out how we're doing that? Are we just
I think we're just gonna each have to have a Peacock on our separate devices and watch along
okay?
with the video because
Okay.
I can't put it on the feed without getting dinged by everybody for copyright.
Okay.
All right. January 30th, we're gonna have an indie wrestler from the Carolinas, the Gigolo Josh Vallon, joining us. So he hit me up and said he wanted to come on.
Have you
So
asked him for matches so we can have an idea of what?
he sent me some matches. Yeah, I'll have to forward them to
Okay.
you.
Yeah, please do.
Kind of a ladies' man gimmick. Little. It's a pretty interesting character. So they should be
As
fun.
interesting as Dan Liplock?
Well, I've only seen so much Dan Liplock, and plus, Josh does not have Rob Leach in his corner.
Oh, okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Got a couple new guest announcements, Minders, to drop on everybody. On February 6th, we are going to be joined by another returning guest, Stam Stackhouse.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, because you weren't with us when we interviewed him the first time, were you?
I
It was
was
me and
not.
that was when Narge was still with us.
And it was because of you guys that I went and started checking out what he was doing and different things. So I like Sam.
Yes, nice guy. Has a heck of a business doing the stickers and whatnot on the side to make some extra quiche there. But no, he was a fun interview. I'm looking forward to that one. And I'm trying to find my graphic here for
We have a bunch of ones in the works too of people we've
we
gotten
do
their ear and
we do. And let me get this graphic up here because I forgot to put it on because I'm a fool. There we go. All right. So after Sam, uh, if you listen to the Zero One Shootout a couple weeks ago, we were talking to Zero One's videographer Zach Ruber, and he dropped a little teaser that we're going to have him on here on the 13th of February, and we're going to get to the bottom of this information that he has.
we gotta get to the bottom of it because I want the story, damn it.
He said something about Tony Khan has it in for him, and I'm curious. I gotta know.
And Zach's so much fun. He has a lot to say, and he's
Yes.
very
Oh, he was a
knowledgeable.
blast on the shootout.
He was. So I'm
Oh, hang
excited.
on. Breaking news: LWO and Carlito win. Cruz del Toro got the pinfall.
Okay.
All right. Uh, anyway, so after Zach, the week after that, February 20th, another returning guest. And we talked about doing this. We had to do part two quickly after the
Oh,
first
did we get
time.
Justin back?
We got Just Incredible back on
Yes.
February 20th, and because I don't think we even scratched the surface with Just Incredible on the
No.
first time he
No.
was on.
I'm curious to see if we're going to get any more poly dangerous visuals in our.
Oh, oh, those visuals that you can't unsee.
You can't unsee it. He was so much fun.
Yes, and plus we got to talk to him. He's been making some indie shots lately, so
Real
we'll have to pick
good.
his brain about that. He showed up in GCW. I'm sorry, GCW. I'll say that without burping. And yeah, so that'll be a good time. And then another thing we're gonna mention in April, you know how we always do our fantasy supercard draft, what have you.
Is this the one
And
we were working on New Year's Eve?
this is what we were booking on New Year's Eve. We didn't book the whole thing, we just made the list. We're
We got it
doing
started.
in April is typically Crockett Cup season in the NWA back in the day. So we decided we're gonna do the same thing. So on New Year's Eve, when everybody was dancing and drinking and making merry, me and Barry and AJ were sitting at a table with you, Menders, and
Well, I
we
kept
made it.
going. I kept leaving and coming back.
But you were involved in the decision making process,
Yes.
and so and, oh, my brother's not happy with us. I gotta I gotta send you a picture when we're done. Uh,
Uh-oh.
but anyway,
Who did we
in
forget
April,
that he's mad we forgot?
well, there's one that we forgot that I'm going to have to find a spot for. But
We
anyway,
can change one of mine if we need to.
okay, we may have to. Uh,
Okay.
but anyway, we are presenting our own fantasy tag team tournament over the entire month of April. Like every week, we're going to do a different bracket, and then the last because April's five Tuesdays that month.
Yes.
So on it works out. So the fifth Tuesday, we will do our semifinals, finals, and we're calling it the Mulkey Cup Tag Team Invitational for all you Mulkey Brothers fans. The greatest enhancement tag team in wrestling history.
Check out the chat real quick. Sorry.
Let's see. Mello and Trick backstage promo, and Grayson Waller pops in. Trick and Waller to fight tonight. So Waller's taking over for Ilya, apparently.
Apparently.
Juicy.
Here I was all excited about it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll watch it for Trick.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the tournament. It's going to
Yes,
be
sorry.
a 32 team tournament, 4 brackets separated into eras: Golden Era, Ruthless Aggression, Attitude Era, Modern Era. And all 4 of us each got 2 picks in each bracket, so 8 teams to a bracket. And we almost, well, not almost, we were keeping an eye out because the Road Warriors originally didn't get into the list, so we had to make sure that that
We had to
changed.
fix that.
We fixed that. And there's another one that didn't make the list, that the Steiner brothers aren't on the list, which that will be changed.
You know what? Change my. Yeah, that's the right era, isn't it? You can change mine out
Which
on
one?
my Legends or my
Okay.
Golden Era.
Let me
Does that
take a
work?
look. Okay, because you had
I
Bulldogs,
Demolition.
and you'll switch Demolition out for the Steiners?
Yeah, I'll switch Demolition out for the
Okay,
Steiners.
because you can switch out somebody in the Attitude Era too.
Who are my Attitude Era?
Let's see, Harlem Heat and
No, because that's Harlem Heat and ENC.
I'm trying to think who. Oh, ENC, Edge and Christian. Yeah.
ENC.
Okay, so I'll take them out.
Take out Demolition.
Oh, okay.
You're not
Done.
taking out ENC. I'm not letting you do that.
That's why I was surprised that you would make that sacrifice in the
Oh,
name of
hell
the tournament.
no. I'll sacrifice Demolition before I sacrifice ENC.
All right. Damn my giant fingers.
Well, there you have just a snippet of who some of the teams are.
Just a taste. But
Just a
in
taste.
April we'll you know what? On the last episode of March, we'll drop the bracket and
Okay.
make the big reveal. But yeah, Road Warriors and Steiners, no brainers. So
Right. And yet we all forgot them on New Year's Eve.
Well, to be fair, some of us had been drinking.
Just a little.
Yes.
I was good, girl. We were good, actually. That's probably the best we've ever been on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I think AJ was having some fun, but
oh no, that still was good, AJ. That wasn't bad, AJ. That was good, AJ.
All right. Well, Minderz, we're gonna pay the bills a little differently in this 2024. I've been a little I guess I was a little bored today. Barry making sure only Sprite drunk.
Yeah, he was. He was
Yeah,
DD.
he was
so.
the DD. He was responsible. I was also. I didn't drink, but still a good time.
I was not.
But anyway, like I said, we're gonna pay the bills a little differently this year. So, like I said, I was busy.
Oh. Very nice.
And
so did you make one for tomorrow night too?
I'm making one for tomorrow too. So.
Wait, we have Clayton Clark on. And I gotta be nice.
The Shotgun City Sheriff.
Yes. Crap, what shirt am I gonna wear? Ooh, I know which one.
There he is. I'm debating whether I should wear a cowboy hat tomorrow.
Do it. Your headset's not going to fit very well.
Well, I'll do the Jim Ross thing where he does that.
Oh, okay.
Or this. I don't know.
We'll
I may
see.
have to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
I could just nestle it atop the headset.
He was wearing a black one at the last show.
Was
it
he
a black hat instead of a white? No, he wasn't. Well, see, this was his first time. He was making his debut at Signal 10. Okay. So but he went against Dilly Dilly. So,
Dilly dilly.
and Dilly Dilly made the announcement at the beginning of the match that yes, he was 100% drunk,
Oh,
but
Dalton.
he came out with water.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
get out of here, Reb. I want to go catch NXT.
Hey, we did an hour and 36 minutes, Minderz. That's pretty darn good.
That was our goal. We were going to try to keep
Yes.
it at 90 minutes. So,
Yes. Indeed. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Like I said, tomorrow we got the Shotgun City Sheriff Clayton Clark joining us on the 01 Shootout, 6 o'clock on the JTR Podcast Network YouTube page, and then on Friday we're gonna do a new episode of Gold Rush. Me and Bari talking about the Texas Heavyweight Championship and World Class Championship Wrestling,
did you do your
which is
research?
we're doing our research. Uh, that one's gonna be a little bit longer than the last episode when we did the WCW Hardcore title. There's a little bit more to digest on the Texas Heavyweight Championship. So tune in for that. Also 6 o'clock on Friday. And like I said, next week on Tuesday we'll be joined by Jack Victory. Very exciting. And hopefully we'll have some more Expo updates too,
Hopefully.
if they keep dropping guest announcements. But until then, and we'll also do our first Top 10 Tuesday of 2024 next week. So I'll have
Make
to
sure
get to
you get
thinking.
me that so I can do some research and
Sure,
get me a top 10 list.
I will do that. All right. Well, with that said, Minders, let's go ahead and get out of here. So I hope you enjoyed this nicely truncated episode. And for Minders, this is Reb reminding you all life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.